What's up everyone, MURDERAXE here. I'm going to get you all started on some missions inside of Direct Contact. First off, go ahead and adjust your profile. Here's where you put in your name. Make sure you select save when you're done. Next thing you'll notice is the statistics tab. You can pretty much view how you're doing, how you're performing in here. You got your overview, which is this screen we're on, statistics, a little bit more detail, your weapon information. Go ahead and hit back. Your settings. This is where you can go and make adjustments for your video, for your audio, and your controls. You may want to go ahead and familiarize yourself with some of these. Let's jump into the world. Here's where you can go ahead and open a server, join a server, and matchmaking is currently work in progress. If there is a server that's active and it's not full, you'd be able to click on join a server and the server will list right here. You can search for a LAN if you're part of a local area network that's hosting a server, and you can hit refresh. To start a server, hit open a server. Up here you will notice that you have max player selection. The max you can have is a total of 8 players. If connection type online will allow other people to join you and see your server listed in the browser. Server name is based off of your name that you set. If you want to host a local area network, you just click here. It'll change it to LAN, and then you can hit host lobby. For this purpose, I'm just gonna go ahead and host lobby as a LAN. Once you get into the HQ, map's gonna take a moment to refresh here and load up. First thing you want to do is select your faction. You always want to select NATO Force for the time being. Red cells for PvP implementation a little bit later on. Select NATO Forces. Now you have areas where you could spawn depending on what you want to do. As you can see, everything is labeled. If you scroll mouse wheel forward or backward, it'll zoom in and out. Everything is labeled. Everything is color coded for ease of access. Green is training facilities. Yellow's HQ headquarters. You got mission start helicopter, as well as the intel facility that is outlined in white. A couple other things to take notice. There's a live fire exercise area now. If you select this spawn here, you'll be near that compound and start your live fire exercises. Looks like some spawns near each training facility as well. A couple things I want to mention. All the vehicles outlined in yellow are vehicles that you can, I believe they're MRAPs. You can change your gear and weapon customization at these, and I will show you that in just a moment. So for the purposes of this, just select the firing range start and hit spawn. If you need to access the map once the game starts, all you have to do is just press M. If you right click, you can put 3D icons in the world. Zoom in and out. Zoom in and out of the map. If you zoom in, this little yellow icon, that's you. If it's in green, it means it's your teammates. As you see, we are in the firing range spawn. Press M to exit out. If you want to customize your weapon and operator, you can do this at any of these MRAPs. As you can see here, it says press F to select your gear. So if you run up to one of, either one of these will do. Press F. So once you select this, this is where you'll select everything having to do with the customizing of your character. All of this has to deal with your outfit. This is where you enter the firearm customization. These are the selections for all of your different operator roles. If you want to just exit out of this, you just gotta press here. It'll exit out. Each one of these is going to have specific information. So if you see down here, it'll tell you pretty much what you need for each class. So for instance, a squad leader role, these are the weapons that you get, or the type of weapons you could use. So when you customize your weapons, if you're a squad leader, just keep in mind that these are the type of weapons you want to look out for. These are the gadgets that you could use. So if there's a particular gadget that you're looking to use, make sure that you have the correct role selected. If that's not the one that you want to use, you hit unenlisting, and then enlisting lets you select that role. So we're going to choose unenlisting. We could check out some of these other ones. So as you can see, Grenadier Mortarman has some of these. And what you'll want to pay attention to is, let's say you do want to use the mortar. Take a look at this description here. It will give you the information on what key to press to deploy that. So just keep that in mind. Let's say you want to customize your actual appearance. You come in here, say it's the tactical vest. Move this around. You can select whatever shirt, whatever Molly type you want. Helmet combo, flag colors, change the helmet type. There's all sorts of stuff you can do. Just hit close when you're done. Let's say you want to customize your weapon. Load this up. Click on Enter Firearm Customization. Depending on whatever operator role you selected, in here is where you select your primary rifles, your primary SMGs, and your snipers according to your class or your role. Explosive devices that you want to select, and your gadgets. Remember, these are per role as well. And once you say select a particular type of weapon, you hit the customization menu to toggle on, toggle off. And as you can see, there's plenty of things you can come in here and adjust. When your weapon is set up to the way you want to run it, something you could do, I mean, obviously you can customize it every time you get into the game, or you could set a preset up here, name it whatever, and hit save primary for mission. You can do the same for your secondary, and also just make sure to hit save here. This will save it not just for the mission. It'll just be, you know, a permanent save that you can load later on. When you get into a mission, you can go up to an MRAP or a vehicle at the start, and you can hit load, and your preset should be in there per however you named it. All you would have to do is select it and hit save and load it up and close out. And that's all there is to it. If you want to start up a mission, you can run, follow these paths or follow the roads to get over to the mission start area. Personally, I would probably just spawn over here. You could check to see if the helicopter is still there. If it's not, I mean, from there it's not too far. You could just click there. You don't have to run. You could just spawn here. It's just for ease of access purposes. Two ways. I'll show you helicopter real quick, and then I'll show you the intel room way. You'll want to check the intel room anyways, just mainly because if you haven't played any of these missions, you'll want to familiarize yourself with what's going on there. Once you get up to the helicopter, you can hit F on it. It'll allow you to select your game settings. Right now it's set to Maryland by default. So if you go into your game settings, you'll notice it says co-op, and if you hit next to demilitarized zone, this is kind of like the experimental PvP mode. I would suggest maybe checking this out at a later point in time. For now, co-op is bread and butter. This will kind of give you some information on what each mission entails. You could change the mission down here. As you'll see, the picture of the map will update. It'll kind of give you some information on what you're supposed to do there. When you're done, you can hit back, start the game to start the game. Let's say you were a little busy doing these missions. They're color coded, by the way. Blue is for the stamina trainer. Got those. Or let's say you're doing the artillery mission. or you're doing the mission cleaning up porta potties, cleaning up the base, and you missed the helicopter. So you can't go to the helicopter to start it. What you want to do is go to the intel room. You can press M, select this spawn point, press spawn, HQ, put your weapon down. No one wants to see that around here. You can hit H to holster your weapon, press F to open doors. And this is where you can collect intel, by the way, before you start the mission. Press F on the board, check it out.
Mission briefing. Operation Shield Wall. Mission briefing. Mission briefing. Mission briefing. Operation
There you
North
get
Guard.
it all selected the way you
Subject.
want to. You can
Immediate
start
action
the mission
required. Secure
by
NATO
pressing
R&D
F on
facility
this
in
computer.
Norway.
Go to
Date.
your game
Current
settings.
date. 2.
Set
Elite
the map
response
you want
unit.
to play.
Direct contact. Situation. Satellite imagery confirms the presence of Russian military
Get back
forces currently engaging
and
on the
start
ground.
your game. Once you're in, select your NATO forces. There's multiple spawn points. This one here, there's an MRAP. It'll allow you to select or customize your gear or your weapons. A couple things I want to bring up. For this map specific as some of the other maps, everything is color coded for a specific reason. This map will let you know these colors are per each section that you need to capture, each zone that you need to capture. A couple things you need to do to make sure that each zone gets captured, and that is to wipe out all the enemies, report them or restrain them, report them when they're restrained, and do the same for the civilians as well. You'll want to make sure you try to restrain those and not take them out as much as you can. Also, there is an extraction symbol here for when you're done capturing all the zones. As you can see, CP6 means capture point 6 and so on. What you want to do next is select the zone that you want to spawn at and make sure to customize your gear. And this is where, if you have your gear saved, you can come into your weapon customization section, hit load, and load up your setup. If you have any specific questions about gameplay, any keybinds, things like that, please hit up the Discord channel, hit up the playtesters channel specifically, and ask in there. We got a ton of people that would be able to answer the questions. The other thing, be on the lookout for DC instructors to be hosting sessions, bootcamp sessions, because this be a good way to familiarize yourself with the missions, the keybinds, and make some good friends. Hope you all enjoy and have a good one.